Hey everyone, Sean McMahon, Mortgages by Sean, and I'm here with the mortgage tip. So continuing on our discussion about PMI, we're going to talk about how to get rid of it because nobody wants it. It doesn't benefit you as the borrower. Remember, this is insurance for the lender, insuring against foreclosure or default of some kind. So it only protects the lender. So you want to get rid of PMI as soon as possible. So there's three common ways to do it. Number one, this is one that is almost never used now with our values, and that is when you close on a conventional loan, you get a schedule that says at this date, PMI will drop. Well, that date's so far in the future, values are moving faster than what's predicted with this schedule. So you're not going to use it. Now for FHA, if you put down more than 10% or more, it's 11 years. That's it. That's the only way. Okay. Put less than 10% down. It never goes away on FHA, except unless you do number three. So number two, which is kind of used, but it's not used that often. And that is if you feel that your value has gotten to the point where you have at least 22% equity, 78% LTV in your property, you can contact your servicer and say, you know what, I think I'm at that point where I can drop PMI. They will order the appraisal. You will pay for it up front. They will come out, appraise your property, and see if you are in fact at that stage. Now, this is only conventional loans, okay? Because FHA, you can't do that. So let's say that happens, and then they appraise it and it works out, they'll drop the PMI. Doesn't happen that often. Number three is the most common, and you're going to do it most likely do it this way, and that is a refinance. Now, what you do is you have to evaluate where you at right now in your interest rate on your conventional loan or your FHA loan, because you can do this with FHA too. So if you're at that point where the numbers make sense, even if you have a lower interest rate and you refinance to a higher interest rate, but you drop the PMI, a lot of times it makes sense. So you want to just run the numbers. But let's say you're at that point where you can get a favorable rate that you accept, and you can drop the PMI because you think your value is there. So you just go through the process of the refinance, and part of the process is an appraisal. Sometimes you can get an appraisal waiver, but for the most part, you're going to do an appraisal also with your refinance. If you have a conventional loan and everything works out with the value, you then get a new loan and you drop the PMI without the PMI. If you have an FHA loan and you're at the point where you can qualify for conventional, and you're at that value, then you can refinance out of a FHA into a conventional without PMI. So you just want to look at the numbers and see if it makes sense. As rates get better, it definitely will make sense, but now it may make sense by dropping PMI. So if you want me to run the numbers, you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll run numbers, values, and see if it makes sense. So hopefully this helps. Have a great day. Let's get rid of that PMI. Have a great day. Thank you very much.